What's good, everybody, and welcome to Game Clique, the literal blackest video game podcast in the industry. This podcast is so black. In one of the kitchen cupboards, it has a plastic grocery store bag, and inside that grocery store bag is a bunch of other plastic grocery store bags.
You know, I feel like I've heard that one from you before.
You
That's
did.
okay. It's been
It's look. It's episode 56. 56.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't have 56 black jokes, so
Understandable. It was a good run, you know. You had a good run. It's all right.
as always, I'm your boy, the Charm City Champ, and I'm joined here by the king, the originator of esports and the director of the esports program at the University of Maryland College Park, Coach Physics.
And a member of the Scout Regiment.
Yes,
that part.
That's right.
Very happy to be back, man. I think I haven't been on in a couple episodes. So, or no, maybe not a couple. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it feels like a long time. Anytime I miss a week and I'm not on the show, it feels like it's been forever. So happy to be back.
One of these days, y'all will give me a break like that. I can rest like Harada, Sakurai. But not today. But I'm happy to be here today. And I'm happy you're here because you're going to help me. We're going to do something that we haven't done before. It's a new type of episode format I like to call Delisted.
Uh-oh.
So with Delisted, what we're going to do is we're taking video game lists that some other website, some other podcast, some other entity has compiled. And we're going to make it better. See, the pun is that it's like a D grade list, and we're going to make it a A list. If y'all didn't get that. Okay.
Yeah, I would appreciate the explanation. I don't know if else your case, but
every good joke needs explanation. I don't know if that's what
is that the same?
That's what I was taught.
Oh,
in my joke school. No. That was also a joke.
Oh, okay.
That I also explained.
That was in Baltimore.
Oh. So the list today comes from OkayPlayer.com. There's a news site inspired by the musical collective started by Questlove of the Roots.
Very cool.
Yeah, like the Roots, Most Def, Gangstar. I think they're all a part of OkayPlayer, and they decided to, start a news site that I think was originally just talking about music, and they kind of ventured off into other dealings in the Black community, including this list, the 30 most iconic Black video game characters in history.
Supposedly.
So here's why I said this list. I don't want to be harsh. I don't want to say sucks, because I don't want to say sucks.
Okay, coming out the gate.
Not my words. Ooh. Not my words. Don't clip that.
On.
But I think one thing that makes a list a really true list is one, it's got to be ordered. You got to order it. It's got to be some sort of stakes. There's got to be some sort of, this is a list that are for the true ball knowers, and it's going to piss some people off. And if you don't order it, you're being a coward. And this list is not ordered. There's just 30 people. It's not from best to worst. It's just random ordering. It's crazy talk. So we're going to order our list. And I think 30 is too much. 30 is way too much. We need some losers. We need some people that don't make the list.
I also think this list is, from what I can tell, isn't ordered, right?
It is not. Their OkayPlayer's list is not ordered. They got 30 people, which I'm sure, at a point, I didn't look at the entire list. I only looked at the first couple and was like, "Ooh, let's talk about this."
Oh, okay.
But
well, I didn't do that, unfortunately.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. At least one of us was kind of going in blind. But I know for a fact there's not a lot of Black characters in video games.
Yep.
Even if we're talking about history, even if we're talking about back in 1980, whatever to now,
Looking at
Not a
this list
lot.
made me realize that 100%.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, there's a shockingly, and even some of these, I was like,
But exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. So I know they stretched. I
yeah,
know it's some like, why are they here?
yeah, 100%.
So, so we're gonna take this list. First, we're gonna go over everybody that OkayPlayer put on this list. And we are going to whittle it down to a legit top 10 Black video game characters of all time list that we compile from these characters, put them in order, and set it in stone. All right.
Well, I got something to knock down.
So now I'm looking at the list. We're going to, go through OkayPlayer's list from top to bottom in order. The first name they list, Lee Everett from the Walking Dead series.
You could argue a lot of people's number one. You know what I mean? Like that's 100%. That's certified. Like stamp that. Lee ain't going nowhere. Easily.
Oh, that was supposed to be Lee. I don't know why.
Oh,
with that.
I'm about to say,
What the hell is
Black
that?
History Month started. First thing you bring up is a white man on the screen. It's not no Lee.
Damn it! I didn't know that trailer was going to start like that. I need to look at the trailers before I pull them up.
That's all right. We came around to it, but no, yeah, Lee is certified, man. Like that character arc. I think showing a black man with that much complexity in writing, especially in such a major game, for us and who are black, right, is like that's normal, right? We live that. We know that there's black men that feel this way and that much complexity and emotion, and wouldn't react the way Lee does in some of these situations. But I think for other groups of people that don't see us in that light, right, I think it was very enlightening for them to see a character like that, or refreshing, I think, in my book, to see a black man written this way in a game. And man, and not even to spoil anything, because I hope people continue to revisit these games, but that ending to that part one, it still sits with me to this day, like hauntingly. So yeah, he's certified. Absolutely.
I mean, it's been 20 years. If you have not played Telltale's The Walking Dead by now, you deserve to be spoiled.
Come on, man. It's like people that still like, it's gamer. People catch on the games at any point in life.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll take that back a little bit. But I can't really remember like how I was feeling at the time when I played Telltale's The Walking Dead the first time. But I really do feel like Lee Everett might have been the first instance in a video game where I played as a black character that didn't perpetuate black stereotypes.
Yes.
Like
absolutely.
Lee Everett was just a guy
For sure.
who happened to be black. Like there were some reasons, there were plot points that was important that he was black because the game took place in Georgia. So there was a lot of, he bumped into a little racism and there was some sort of like some of his catchphrase like, oh hell no. There was some of that came out. But it was cool, and it kind of was a pivot point in the industry where like, hey man, every black guy doesn't have to be like inspired by Mr. T in the 2000s,
Yep. Yeah, I 100% agree. And even if you said, like you said, if he wasn't the very first, it was at least the first time I remember being conscious of it while playing as the character, for sure. So, yeah, you could not put him on this list, and I think to have him at your, there is no numbers on here, but to be the first name you see, I think is always you have to put Lee here.
Do you think? Well, actually, I can't even ask you because you've seen the list, but I am going to say out loud, I do think we see Clementine as well.
Okay.
I think Clementine is going to be on this list.
Understood.
But I'm gonna keep going. Lee Everett. Next up, Captain Kimball Irish Graves from Battlefield 2.
Not familiar. No, I'm not familiar either. And let me tell you something. They lucky I'm not familiar, because I wonder how long this brother lasted in this game. I wonder how prominent of a character is he in this game. I just feel like I don't know about this one. And maybe I'm wrong, because Michael K. Williams is a big name actor, right? To just waste, I think, in a video game. So hopefully, I'm wrong about that. But cool for the Battlefield fans. I'm sure somebody popped for this, but this ain't it for me.
Very crazy at the again, this is not ordered, but the second name to be this like person, and here it goes, to be somebody that we both don't recognize. Very weird.
Yeah, yeah, but that's a good thing. You know, that means we're
Yeah.
getting more black characters and
Yeah.
things for sure. I just feel like in these war type games, they do in Call of Duty too. There's always a token black character, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
that often doesn't have much impact. Often is it very much in the background. And oh, look, we're in Act 5, and they're gonna die for no reason, right? Because we haven't killed anybody in the game yet. And like I said, again, I have not played Battlefield 4. Disclaimer, so I could be, hopefully this character broke that stigma and is worthy of being on this list. But
Mm-hmm.
to me, this very much felt like all right, well, we gotta figure out something to get some characters on here. So let's add this one too.
Yeah.
But I hope I'm wrong.
Let's keep on scrolling. The third name mentioned. All right, here we go. We're back on the
Got
bank.
to another one. Arguably could be number one.
Carl C.J. Johnson from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
The resurgence of memes that have come from this character alone, right, in recent memory. The here we go again, like
Oh shit.
spawning back up, man, was like crazy. Like it made me re-download San Andreas on my PS5. I think I still have it downloaded just in case I want to go back to it. I think I almost started getting into the game is so good. I'm gonna try to get to a review of the game. But CJ just as a character, I think, right? Like just the amount of mannerisms, the amount of quotables, right? In an era where quotables, and quick, quips weren't really the thing back then, right? We weren't in the
Mm-hmm.
social media era, but even still to this day, some of the language and the things they were doing in that game still have transcended time to where we're still quoting them like we talked about. And I think that's how strong the performance is with CJ as a character, how good the writing is, like you said, in a different way than what Lee is, right? We said Lee isn't the stereotypical, person that you would see, but I think CJ is that in all the best ways, in the ways that are hilarious, are funny, and can be touching, depending on what part of the
Mm-hmm.
story that you're in, within this game. So I really think, CJ, like I said, arguably is number one for a lot of people, depending on what your childhood was like. It could be either or. Depending on what your taste buds are for games, for sure.
And not to say that CJ wasn't like iconic for his character and for like how he's involved in the story, but CJ and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was such a pivotal like point for like the growth of Grand Theft Auto. Like you could go to the gym with CJ and make him swole. You can go to fast food joints and make him
Yeah,
fat. You can get like several different haircuts. It was just like to pick San Andreas, to pick the Grand Theft Auto that unabashedly was so black, and to make
yes,
it that big of a Grand Theft Auto. Like this game followed Vice City, which was already like a banger. And this was hands down the best Grand Theft Auto on the PS2.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Some would say arguably, if you look at lists of like best PS2 games, even though I guess I
Mhm.
can't remember if it released as a PS2 exclusive, but either way, even if it didn't, on those lists, you will often see. I think it was even in like the PS2 greatest hits. There was a one of those
Yes.
covers,
Mhm.
like it was that game for the PS2, absolutely.
Following him, another banger, Alex Vance from Half-Life 2.
I haven't played Half-Life 2. You're gonna have to educate me on this one.
I mean, it still holds up,
Mm,
but it was more iconic back when it first came out. Like
for sure.
Half-Life 2, going back and playing Half-Life 2, you would kind of see the DNA of a lot of the narrative first-person shooters that we still play now.
Interesting. Okay.
Like, yeah, like back then there weren't really first-person shooters out there that tied the narrative into the gameplay the way that Half-Life 2 did. Like without Half-Life 2, we probably aren't seeing a BioShock.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
That kind of
yeah.
gameplay. Gotcha.
And Alex again was like a black character in video games that not only didn't perpetuate black stereotypes, like she was brilliant.
Hmm.
She was
Very cool.
kind of like the guiding light in that narrative.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty dope.
Very dope.
Now this one, and I argue when we do our list, I had some rules set aside to kind of help us weed out,
Okay.
weed down their list of 30. And I think one list we should go by is if they did not originate from the video game industry, they shouldn't count.
Oh, come on, man.
I think they should legit be a video game character.
But you telling me Miles isn't gonna be in our top 10?
I
I will understand if it was Miles with the black haircut they stay giving us now that was like this way, I'd be
yes,
like, you know what, I got you. I understand.
that one got to go.
This Miles, nah, you can't tell me this Miles ain't going in the top 10.
That game cooked. Miles Morales,
Cooked.
it was good.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
So how can we not put him in our black characters, man?
All right. I mean, I think I can reconsider.
Miles is the only one I'll argue with you on. I
Yes.
can't think of another one that I'm willing to really defend like that. That's in that same boat.
That game was so good, and again, like such an accurate depiction.
Yes.
Being black in the urban, in the city environment.
And a lot of so much of the cast being black, right? And they're not shying away from that. The main quote unquote antagonist, right, being a black woman, right? Oh man, come on, man.
Mm-hmm. So no, I give it to you. I give it to you. Miles can be on the list.
That. Yeah, Miles is the only one I'll argue that with you.
Well, Miles can still be in the running. Like I don't want to
oh yeah, absolutely.
He's
not. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to start giving out stamps already. But Miles is good. Adam Hunter from Streets of Rage 4.
Have not played this. I've always
gotta fix that.
I know. People always tell me I gotta play Streets of Rage. I wonder what I can find it on. I'm gonna do some research.
I mean, it's on everything. I'm pretty sure it's on PC.
But I wonder if it's like on Game Pass or something. You know what I mean?
It was on Game Pass. I don't think it is anymore.
Oh, that's fine. It's on like 25. But I'll definitely.
Yeah, but it's so good. Like it's in a genre like beat 'em ups where like all these games felt so samey.
Yeah.
And like Streets of Rage 4 that brought the feeling back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that Streets of Rage 4 brought
style,
the feeling back. The art style is so good. The combat is very, very like it's almost a fighting game, how in depth the combat is. A lot of secrets, which harkens back to like the old school Streets of Rages. Like there are a lot of like diverging paths and like secret boss fights and stuff like that. And later on, like I played the game at launch, but they added so much content, like boss rushes. Like I think there's a fighting game in there now. I think you could just go and like you can go in there with another person and like just fight each other. It's so much content in there. That game is good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to check it out then. Like I said, it's only 25 on Steam, so I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah. Adam Hunter, I think I might be speaking out of turn, but he was one of the characters you had to play the game a little bit to unlock.
Okay.
Yeah. But real cool design. He's like an undercover cop or something. I can't remember the story per se. But I also can't understand. I don't remember his relation to the actual story because the story is actually they made this canon with the other 3 Streets of Rages from the 90s.
Okay.
So all the characters are either from those old Streets of Rages or they are related to the previous characters in some sort of way, shape, or form.
And there's a story mode, like there's a narrative.
Yes, there's actual like cutscenes. This was a high production game.
Oh wow! Like all of them have that.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay, interesting.
When I 1 through 3, like 1 through 3 was just like old Sega Genesis games.
Arcade. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm not mad at Adam Hunter being here. I don't think he's somebody who would make our top 10.
I was gonna say the design just doesn't really do it for me. You know, he doesn't really have anything distinct other than the open shirt, right, and like the shades. Like that's just about it. I think there's a better or more intricately designed or more identifying black characters, I think, in games we could pick from.
So the snippet that OkayPlayer wrote for him kind of reveals his backstory. Adam Hunter, a police officer with a code. Adam Hunter was one of the 1990s characters who helped set a new standard for black portrayals in gaming. So he was in one of the Streets of Rages, but I don't remember. His family matters to him, namely his brother, Eddie Skate Hunter. So he's the brother of Skate from Streets of Rage 2. And his daughter, Cherry, who is one of the new characters in Streets of Rage 4. And his ethics are a huge part of why he's embraced by so many.
Interesting.
Didn't know that. Making all the black people related in that game, I don't know if that's a good look, but okay.
They love making black cops.
No.
I said these games love making black cops too.
Yeah, I love making black cops. Propaganda.
That's the only two things we can do.
God damn it. Jax. Good call.
Another black cop.
Another. Oh, shit. Damn it.
Oh man, that's tough.
I forgot he was. Is he a cop or is he a soldier?
I guess he's the military kind of. He's military.
It doesn't get more classic than Jax Riggs. He stood out at a time when black characters were often crude stereotypes. One of the more prominent black game characters of the 90s, who felt somewhat grounded and less like a hackneyed distortion or caricature. Eventually gaining his famous bionic arms in MK3, he would become a fixture in the MK franchise. Jax helped set the table for more fully developed black characters in gaming. It didn't reveal what his job was.
Do we?
You might be right. He was a cop though, because he was.
To have a dialogue with you. Am I tripping, or does Jax not have like a little bit of stereotypically black dialogue sometimes in the games?
I don't remember him talking too much. Well, I mean, he
Okay.
does in the later games, right? With,
Okay.
the production
Maybe
value
I'm thinking
of
of like
tie.
MK9 on things like that.
You might be right.
I just feel like I don't want to say it's as bad as like
Mhm.
you know, Black Dynamite type of satirical stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I feel like he definitely has some voice lines. That I was a kid, I was like, this is like very stereotypical. But in the OG MK games, especially MK2, that's the one they're using it from. And I, like you said, I can imagine for the time what having just a black character in general, like in a fighting game like that, what that meant. So I'm glad they specify what particular title they're referring to, especially for these characters.
Yeah, like I said, I appreciate
because you deserve.
Oh shit. I appreciate I was looking up footage of him and the video wasn't muted. Kind of played in my ear. I appreciate the history behind Jax. Like, yes, in the 90s, it was cool to see Jax in the game. It was cool to see a black guy in the game. But it was more so like he doesn't do anything for me. He's
I
just,
agree with you.
you know, just a blank slate.
Yeah.
I appreciate them not making him a stereotype or a caricature, but they went completely in the other direction where just a black guy.
He's bland. Yeah.
Eh,
Who loves America?
loves America. So there we go. More propaganda.
That's what they want. Be like Jax.
Shut up and serve. All right. Boom. Here we go. Clementine.
Big Clementine, not the little one.
I mean, I appreciate
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Until I looked at this list, did I know if I knew that Clem was black?
Oh, so that was kind of like it never really is said
I
verbally.
they confirm it? Yeah.
But it's kind of an Easter egg that when you find Clementine, I believe you're playing as you're definitely playing as Lee.
Yeah.
But in the first season, when you find Clementine and she's home alone, you're kind of walking around their house and you can pick up stuff. One of the things you could pick up is a family portrait, and you can see that the dad is black.
Gotcha. So she's
Yeah.
mix.
Yes.
and
Yeah,
dad
the mom is Asian. I think the dad was the black one. I don't remember.
Gotcha.
One of them is Asian, one of them's black.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah. But and it also, I can't remember if it was like outwardly said, but I think that was an important part in the final season because she's raising what's his name's son.
Yes, I
Yeah.
get his name alone.
Yeah, the kid's name AJ.
Yeah.
I can't remember the dad, but yeah, the dad dies in the previous season and she ends up raising his son. And I believe her being black kind of plays into that. But I don't remember. Yeah. But yeah, Clem, really good character. Again, like, I mean, everybody in that Walking Dead series, very well written.
Yeah, I think everything I said about Lee, right? Like you don't have Lee's not as powerful as a character without the Clementine right attached to him. So, everything along the same lines. I think Clementine was such a strong character that I think in comparison, I don't want to, and this is gonna sound bad because I absolutely love this game. I don't want anybody in the comments to be like, oh, I love The Last of Us too, but I feel like a lot of people once Joel got killed off are like, I don't know if Ellie's the character I want to be with to carry on this series, right? We saw it even with the show recently, right? But I feel like they were able to do this with Clementine because she was such a strong character, and that relationship with Lee was so strong, and we wanted to continue to see how she would survive on her own, right? And felt was prepared to do so based on what we had played in season 1. And I just thought that was so dope and so bold of them to do, and just really spoke to the level of character writing that these Telltale games have, especially within these early seasons of the Walking Dead game. So Clementine's absolutely supposed to be on this list. Could be, like I said, in people's top 3. Could be depending on who you are, absolutely, because she has more time, writing more games within the series. So absolutely, she deserves to be on the list.
I think they did a good job too. This doesn't really have anything to do with her being black, but the change in character, also changing the gameplay, they did a really good job with that. Like her being the weaker and the smaller person, they really emphasized that, especially in season 2.
Yeah.
And like I said, by the time you get to the final season and you see her kind of growing up and kind of better understanding the hard choices that Lee had to make when she was young, awesome. Great character.
Absolutely.
We shall see if she makes it. Now this one is sure a little stereotypical, but like still my dude. I'll still go to bat with this guy, Sergeant Avery Johnson from Halo.
Definitely an iconic one.
Mhm.
I just don't know. Again, I think about impact, right? And I'm just like, as a kid, I remember this guy and just being like, okay, cool. Like he's there, but I don't remember feeling like, oh, black representation, or this guy is me. Like he was just the black guy that was there that had the funny voice, that would give us the the assignment in the speech before we left, right? And that was it. So I definitely deserve him to be on the list, right? I think he's just so noticeable and recognizable from a facial standpoint, and just again, if you hear that voice and you play these Halo games, just for me, impact wise, I'm like, there's other characters I could put over this person.
I feel where you're coming from, and I think that's largely due to do with again him being this stereotypical black Marine sergeant, going through all those tropes, the yelling, being short, talking like this,
Yeah.
but like
Another I love it. Well, I guess it's not America. I guess not America. So I can. But I mean, not
Earth.
Yeah.
Pledge allegiance to Earth. But if you talk to somebody that's like deep in that Halo community, like if Lendrix was here, like that dude, like people that love Halo love Sergeant Johnson. Like when they revealed Campaign Evolved and they revealed that there's going to be some missions where you're playing as Sergeant Johnson, like people popped.
Oh wow, that's dope.
Very important to that community. And so I mean, I get it. He's one of the only outside of Master Chief characters from that franchise that's lasted through all the entries. So totally get it. I like it. We'll see if he makes it. This one I don't know.
Really?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. When I think of black people from Street Fighter, I don't think Barlog is the first person I think of.
Who's the first black character you think of?
I think it's TJ. The reggae dude with the bare feet.
Whoa. I'm thinking Dalsim.
No, he's Indian, I think.
Oh.
DJ.
You just taught me something new.
Oh, you were
I definitely thought that was a brother.
He's definitely Middle Eastern. I don't know if he's Indian.
I think you're probably right. You're probably right.
I'll put the wiki for DJ in the chat.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I've heard that name.
Yeah, he first pops up in he's in Street Fighter 2.
Okay.
Yeah. But DJ definitely is, when I think of black characters from Street Fighter, I think immediately of him. Even though a lot of people do think of Barlog first.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I do think I feel like I think of Balrog first.
I mean, Balrog looks he looks cool, even though he's clearly like just we wanted Mike Tyson in the game, but we couldn't get Mike Tyson's to sign off, so we got to figure something out. So I don't know if you know this. Balrog originally was supposed to be named M. Bison. But
Interesting. Did not know that.
Capcom was so worried that like, look, Tyson is going to know.
That is
Tyson is going
hilarious.
to really know that this is supposed to be him, and he was going to
Him.
sue us. So they renamed. I forgot what Bison was supposed to be originally named, but they renamed him Bison, and then they named Balrog for that reason, which is why that explains a lot of why like the name doesn't make sense.
Right. That's crazy. Yeah, I did not know that.
But yeah, I'm not the big fighting game guy. So I don't have any real connection with Balrog. I owned Street Fighter 2 because like there was no way you was owning an SNES and not owning Street Fighter 2.
Or played it over somebody's house or something.
Right, you right, exactly. So I don't have any real connection with him, for real. So it's gonna be hard for me to fight for him.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I'm not the biggest fighting game guy either. I just know, like I said, when I think of like fighting game characters, he's definitely up there, right? Just standing the test of time across the different Street Fighters, still being somebody that people use consistently throughout those games. I think as a main, right, which is something to be said too in fighting games. No, I think he's definitely up there. You know, I think again, we're not the greatest representatives for the FGC community. So if this person doesn't end up on our final 10, please forgive us. Hino what I'm sure is going to, get us in the comments for it, but definitely I think deserving to be on this list of 30. Absolutely.
And also like the stereotype thing kind of plays against them too, them being the obvious the Mike Tyson copy. And also in fighting games, like there were a lot of fighting games where if they wanted to add a black person, they made him a boxer. And I'm thinking of TJ Combo in Killer Instinct.
Oh,
yeah. Like it just seems like that was the default way to go in regards to putting a black person in your fighting game.
Right, 100%.
So I don't know. Tekken. So this is a weird pull for Tekken, right?
You know, I was now this is where I'm gonna agree with you that this is not the first. There's a character that it just got released in Tekken 7, I think, that I think of before this person.
Who is
I
this
think the
man?
Leroy before I think of this individual.
I mean, Leroy. I mean, the first name is should be Eddie Gordo, right? Like,
Right.
we're
Yeah,
talking about
Eddie,
black
100%. Yeah.
in Tekken. It's Eddie Gordo. Who is
That
this
is
guy?
insane.
Bruce Irvin? I gotta
That's
ask
insane.
Hino. I gotta ask Hino when I talk to him next. Like, I have never heard this man's name in my entire life.
My thing is, it says Tekken 2 as well, so it's been in the games for a while. I just genuinely don't think this person is like recognizable in comparison to the other black characters we just named.
Yeah.
Like I said, even Leroy, right? Leroy was a character that when they debuted Leroy and I saw the trailer for that character or like the look, when they debuted the look, I was like, dang, am I about to load up Tekken? Like that dude look, I was like, what in the
His
world?
design is so dope. It's so fucking cool. What are you doing, OkayPlayer?
This guy don't really do it for me, but shout out to this guy though. You know,
just wearing regular shorts and got the little like his feet taped. Like there's nothing. I'm gonna read the little excerpt they got. The tough guy with a heart of gold, Irvin was a standout of Tekken 2 and has grown into a mainstay of the series. Cocky and eventually a natural leader, Irvin is an example of a 90s black game character who went beyond the stereotypes of that period and evolved over time.
I'll give him that. You know, I definitely give bonus points for like the stereotype thing for sure. It's just I think there's other characters, black characters that either do or don't do that in Tekken now that I think have superseded the identity of Bruce Irvin. So I think we've come to a close on that chapter.
For sure. I think one of I think one I just seen a message from I'm sorry. I'm reading messages from Grant. He's about to be on shortly. I didn't realize he was in a different time zone.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So he'll be on shortly. We're about to be joined from Grant by Grant from the posse. So we'll see him soon. But On to this next one on the list. This is what I think I was talking about when I made the rule.
Yes.
Storm's not going to be on our list,
I agree.
right? So
I agree.
this is specifically on the OkayPlayer's list. They're talking about Storm from Marvel vs. Capcom, the fighting game franchise. Storm, amazing. If this was a top 10 black
characters
comic book
in general.
character, right,
Yeah.
or characters in general,
Yeah.
Storm's on there.
Absolutely.
But I don't think we're desperate enough in our top 10 list that we're making that we need to resort to putting Storm on.
I agree.
Now this is one when whenever I'm called on to do like talks or like keynote speeches for like gaming events, and I want to talk about how we need to improve black character writing, I'm always talking about Coltrane. Like Coltrane is always the go-to when I'm like, I want to see us get away. I want to see us get away from. Now I'm not saying. So look. I love Gears. I love Gears of War. But Cole is definitely one of the Mr. T, like big, aggressive black guy. Oh yeah, son, it's the Coltrane, and I'm coming to do. I'm gonna break through this wall, baby. Yeah, man.
See, funny enough, I just started the Gears. There's like a Gears Reloaded or something that came out recently. I never played them, so I just started recently playing that.
Yeah,
I don't know if I met this guy yet.
Okay,
so
he's very in that those first 3 Gears games, he is very integral in the story, but he's very much just comic relief.
Gotcha.
So it's pretty tough, but again, like back when Gears was big, that was kind of just like video games were being written by people who weren't good at writing.
100%. Yeah.
Oh, that resulted in characters like Coltrane. Now, to be fair, Gears 5 had a DLC called Jesus Christ. Now I can't remember what it's called. Hive Busters. And Hive Busters was based on another squad trio that wasn't the main characters from the campaign in Gears 5. And they eventually bump into Coltrane because they go to the planet where that's populated by majority black people, and is where Coltrane is from, and he's there. And you see a lot of character growth from Cole because now the havoc is in his community, and like you're seeing him like care for his family and stuff like that. So you're seeing a different side of Cole that we did not see in Gears 1 through 3. But in Gears 1 through 3, boy.
Oh man.
It's rough. So Cole is feeding into the stereotype even more. He's a retired, it's not football, but it's whatever sport they played in that universe.
Oh, cool.
But he's basically a retired football star. And he joins the military to help fight the Hive or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read their excerpt because I'm curious what they got to say about him.
Okay.
A regular of Gears of War since its inception, Coltrane has been a fixture for almost 20 years, and he's a GOW fan favorite. Appearing across merch and in other media, a legendary persona, and voiced by Lester Spate, Cole is one of the more iconic black game characters of the last 2 decades. And I won't say that they're wrong. Like, if you think of Gears, you're thinking of Cole.
Okay. That's dope.
Yeah, almost on the level of Marcus Phoenix. But he's definitely a stereotype.
Come on, man.
Yeah, he's definitely up there, man. Riley from The Last of Us Left Behind.
Interested to see what you think of this one.
I do think she's cool.
I
mean, no, I do think
I do think she's cool, but
did you play Left Behind?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. She's
the amount of time.
Exactly. Very, very not important to the story. Like almost like she might as well be just an NPC.
Dang.
As involved.
NPC is crazy.
I get that she's important.
That's Ellie's first lesbian love story.
Totally get that. I totally get that she is important to Ellie's backstory, but just she's Definitely not making our top 10.
Okay, that I'll give you.
Definitely not making our top 10.
That's fair. I'll give you that. I'll give you that for sure.
But I love Left Behind. I think I would give it more credit if it was legit a part of like if it wasn't just like DLC that came out almost a year after the first game came out, and
That's fair. Yeah.
some people say that. So, the show does a good job of making her feel important.
That's true. I did like that episode.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, again, we're getting into the territory of we got to get to 30. We got to figure something out. I can already see it.
Come on.
We're about to start saying like I guarantee you we're going to see like the coach from Punch Out.
Okay.
We're getting into that. I feel like I'm based on your face.
Okay. It's interesting because like I said, there's a few that I that were missing on my list that I definitely think we should have a discussion about.
Ooh, I want to talk about that. So we are going to get part in this episode where mainly our top 10 list is going to be characters that are here. But if there are people missing, that is a conversation I'm willing to honor. Like we need to figure that out.
Yep, 100%.
So this is crazy. It's crazy that this next guy was not the first guy that we named from Tekken. Leroy Smith finally.
Look at that design, dog.
Dude, he's so fucking cool.
Nah, that's hard, dog. Like
He's so fucking got the
stereotype all you want. They can stereotype when it's hard. Hey, I'll take the dreads, the gray dreads when it's hard. Like, come on, man. There's just
Like,
no way, dog.
man, again, I'm not a big Tekken dude. Not a big Tekken dude at all. But I wanna cosplay this dude. This
Absolutely.
dude cool as fuck. Got the cane, got the white coat, got the pit bull walking behind him. Come on, bro.
Like you can't tell me representation doesn't matter. Like I saw this character and was literally like, dang, I might need to download Tekken again. What in the world?
Gosh.
Look at the drip, dog. Oh,
on the pit bull got the hoodie on.
man.
I think this character is what got T-Pain back in the gaming.
Could be. Arguably.
I remember before T-Pain really got back into streaming, the first time I seen T-Pain even make gaming references was when he was like cosplaying as Leroy. He's so damn cool. I might pick up Tekken 8 solely so I can be a Leroy main. I might do it.
Character, man. Really dope character.
I might do it. I was talking to Hino and Candy when we went to a fighting game tournament last Friday representing Game Clique. And I was like, man, I kind of want to do this. Like I like the vibe. Like you probably understand like
absolutely. MGC events are very dope.
I want to be in that.
Yeah.
I want to be on a stage. I want people to cheer me on, but like the games that I'm good at that are competitive are like what do I want to do? I can't find a Tetris tournament that's like cool. Like,
don't you like Splatoon?
Yes, actually, like, but I would need to get a squad. I need a Splatoon squad.
Yeah, I ain't got that for you, but there's a lot of games I can pick up for you, but Splatoon is not the.
If I swear to you, if all first-person shooters, not that Splatoon's first person, but if all shooters had gyro controls, I'd be a problem.
Okay,
I would be a problem. So they're cheating again with this next one.
Oh, come on.
Mike Tyson from Mike Tyson Punch Out.
Oh, okay. I'll give you that too. Yeah, we can't. Yeah.
Not on our list. Too famous for other things. So, all right, here's a good rule. If they are more famous for what they do, exactly. Like their majority of their fame has to come from the game.
I respect that.
So they got Mike Tyson from Mike Tyson Punch Out. And while I respect that because
good nod, tip of the hat.
Good nod, good tip of the hat. And this was like, I mean, Punch Out already was a hard game. But like he was like people were talking about him. Like people would play Punch Out and then like, I'm telling my age a little bit. People would play Punch Out and they would go to school like, yo, can you beat Tyson? Can you beat Tyson? Like people were like strategizing. People were looking up. And this was before the internet.
Oh,
this was before the internet. All right, hold on. We're going to pause our conversation real quick because I got to introduce our guest from the world famous The Posse. Give it up, y'all, for Groovy.
Terribly sorry I late. I forgot. Plus, I was watching my kid, so that was. I forget that y'all an hour later. But
We're on,
Father, dude, we do this always.
we're on the East Coast. It's the Beast Coast. So you're in the middle of it. So we already started going through our list. We're already recording. So what we're doing is we're going through OkayPlayer's top 30 black video game characters of all time. We're going to take those 30 and we're going to make our top 10 of all time.
how far have y'all gotten, and what's the? Let me look up their list.
I lost the number.
Well, I'm gonna send you. I'm putting it in the chat on here so you can see the list. We are at Nessa, Pokemon Sword and Shield.
So I'm probably the lone Pokemon guy, and
That's all you play, Pimp.
and even then is like I always say I was one of the OGs. Like I played red, blue, and yellow. And then I played gold and silver, and then I stopped. And I didn't pick it back up until Scarlet and Violet. So I missed Sword and Shield. So I have no attachment to Nessa, but she looks cool. This is a dope design.
Absolutely.
There is a black character in Pokemon Legends ZA that I think I like her design a little better. She's weird. I can't remember her. No. I remember her name, but there's no voice acting in Pokemon, right?
Oh,
For better or worse. So I don't know how to pronounce it.
amazing.
It's like Jakeith.
He said, God forbid I look it up. It says stop voice acting in the game, so I don't.
Jakeith. Pokemon.
That's too funny.
Pokemon fans, please tell me. Please hook me up. Tell me how to say that name. But yeah, I think that's a cooler design. Yeah, that's a safe. She looks cool. I'm sure she's cool.
What ranking did you have her at?
So we haven't made our list yet. We're just going through this list.
Okay.
We're going through this list now, and then we're going to like pick out of their 30. We're going to pick 10 people out of their 30, and then we're going to order it.
I think we should also give our misses from this list before we make our list. And that way, if there's something that we think got snubbed.
Because let me look at this list.
Yeah, definitely review while we get to start polling.
Am I good to kind of go down and see?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
until you get to Nessa.
So I feel like Lee is a hit. Captain Kimball. I'm not going. I love Michael K. Williams. May rest in peace. But
yeah,
I don't know if specifically that character moved the needle enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
At this period, like I feel like kind of now CJ, that is like a haymaker. Like CJ got so many, just from meme culture to probably being the most known GTA character, at least I would think. I don't know if anybody else disagrees with that.
Nope, we all said that.
Miles, one thing I would say about Miles is that if we're talking about being iconic throughout since he was first like introduced, that's one thing. But he is absolutely taken off since 2018. So I think he belongs there.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Hunter. I'm not super well versed in Streets of Rage, so I can't really tell you. Mortal Kombat, Jax, absolutely. Like, and funny enough, they got me thinking of that Berleezy clip, bro.
What?
You're like, ooh, is this Frost? It's like, no, it is not Frost.
Oh, the thick clip. Yes.
Clementine, that's easy money. Like, yeah, like she will be up there for me.
Okay.
Sergeant Avery Johnson, I'm not really. When I think of that little, he don't crack up there for me personally.
Okay. Hmm.
Even though if you put him on this list, I probably wouldn't like push back on it.
Okay.
Is it Barlog or the opposite?
Balrog.
Balrog, that's
Yeah.
easy money. He gotta be on there.
Okay.
Fruits, don't really know about that one.
Okay, that's what we said too. We're not fighting game people. So I'm glad you coast.
As somebody that plays fighting games, I wouldn't put him on this list. That's just
okay. We
or
too.
I feel like that's literally cheating.
Thank you.
That's what we said
Yes.
too.
Yes.
That's extreme cheating. Like that's like it goes beyond. Like I don't feel fair. It doesn't feel fair counting her as a video game character. But number two, Storm is probably the most. I would even argue outside of Wolverine, if we talking X-Men, that might be the second most popular one.
For sure. Yeah.
Like I would think Storm is more popular than Cyclops. Coltrane, understandable. Riley from Last of Us. I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
You can say she's iconic, but I don't think she's a bad character. I enjoyed her character in The Last of Us.
We just have a lot of time with her.
What'd you say, Sergio?
We just didn't have a lot of time with her. That's all it is.
Yeah. Leroy. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I hear people talk about Tekken 7, people be talking about Leroy.
Yeah.
They be talking so I get that. I'm not counting Mike Tyson because it's Mike Tyson, but like when I count a character, I'm not like if the character was already made and then you made a video game out of that, that is one thing. If they were like birthed from a video game, that is very different.
That's the point. Yep. That's the point we made.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's somebody that got a lot of burn time in Pokemon Sword and Shield. If you put her here, I wouldn't be upset, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be mad if she was removed from this list.
All right. You can stop there. You're caught up.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, yeah. You haven't. We're pretty much on the same page for the most part. In regards to what you said. So next we got Sergeant Foley from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
I'm afraid, bro. He just OkayPlayer is because as somebody that's a very big hip hop nerd, I love OkayPlayer for their music stuff. This list is starting to make me mad because they're not. It's not that they're putting like bad picks. They're putting like people that just don't move
irrelevant
like that. Yeah, I think of Call of Duty, bro. I'm thinking Shepard. I'm thinking Roach. I'm thinking Ghost. I'm thinking Soap. I'm thinking Captain Price. I'm not thinking of Sergeant Foley. Like, let's be serious. No disrespect to him, but and even if we're gonna bring up Modern Warfare 2, the most compelling parts of that story aren't when you play as the private. You play as it's when you play as the SAS team with Soap and Price and all of that. So that's
I dropped the rundown in the chat. So we're the name of this episode is delisted because we're considering this list a D-ranked list. So we're taking this list and we're going to make it better by making it a top 10 list, and we're going to actually order the people that we got. So totally agree with you. Like when you think of Modern Warfare 2 specifically, because like Modern Warfare 2 was the turning point for Call of Duty. Like back then, like I know there was a Modern Warfare 1 that brought it to the modern age, but back then Call of Duty was not like the first person shooter.
To me, with the modern warfare stuff, when I think of Call of Duty as a franchise, I'm thinking the meat and potatoes of when Call of Duty became absolutely iconic was the Modern Warfare 2, the Black Ops,
Mm-hmm.
Black Ops 2, the Modern Warfare 3 type of era. Like when I think of like, I'm not talking like peak in terms of quality. I'm definitely talking about when it was considered the most, like when I think of Call of Duty's cultural peak, I'm thinking of
Mm-hmm.
that stretch of games and everything like that for
Mm-hmm.
the most part. I would probably say it ends at Black Ops 2 for me in terms of that. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, when you think of Modern Warfare 2, you're definitely not thinking of Sergeant Foley. Like, I do not even remember this dude.
Yeah, I forgot to do this. To be honest with you.
Do not know who this guy is. Silence from Horizon?
I I'm a rest in peace, Lance Reddick.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely loved him because my first introduction to him was on The Wire,
Mm-hmm.
the HBO series. Um, Silence is one of those characters that I would lean more on here than than kicking him off. Like if somebody were to remove him, I'd be like, don't know about that. I ain't saying that he top 10. I ain't saying that he top
Yeah.
20, but I do think his spot on this list is a bit more earned than not because
Mm-hmm.
his relationship with Aloy was very it was very like robotic at first, like but and then towards the end of the game or whatever, they kind of show you like, hey, you're not just like a pawn or uh like a toy or whatever. You got your person, you got actual meaning, no matter if you're like half you got all this technological stuff going on with you, like you still pretty much save the world. So that was I kind of like that relationship more as he kind of gone on at the end. So I'm gonna put Silence up there.
I'm not going to hold you. Not the best person to talk to when it comes to the Horizon franchise. Those games kind of bore me. I
Same.
do
I'm
remember.
not. I keep telling people this, man. I defend Horizon when people say the franchise is bad. I
Mhm.
do not defend Horizon when we talking about console moving a console moving game.
Yeah, definitely can't.
Like, I'm buying a PS5 or a PlayStation, and you tell me Horizon the best game?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not buying a PlayStation. If you tell me Ghost of Tsushima the best game, I'm probably gonna buy it. That's nothing against Aloy as there's nothing against Aloy or just the game. The game is just flowing for me between that 7.5 and that 8 area, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not bad, it's good, but where's that special something? I'm not saying I felt empty playing it. I felt satisfied at the end, but from the MC, Aloy, she's cool. She ain't great to the environment. I will say it's a if you're testing the game graphically, the graphics, I will give you that. And designs and the art designs, I will absolutely give you that. The
Mm-hmm.
combat, if that melee was just a tad bit better, I would really like it. But too much of the combat is just way more on the bow and arrow, and I don't really like that. In the storyline in the first game for me, it was cool. It wasn't like incredible. Now I will say though, the enemy designs, they do a great job of like the uh mixing the I'm trying to think. They do a great job of mixing like the robot feel they're going for with actual animal designs.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they did that very well. But all in all, Horizon is a good franchise. It is not an elite franchise. It's not a great franchise. It's like get around to it if you want to play. It ain't like a man, I gotta get this now type of thing. It ain't bad though.
I think we're getting to the point in the list where, and I think I alluded to this already in the episode where I think whoever pitched the idea to the OkayPlayer editor, they got the idea approved before they put the list together. And then they started to put the list together. It was like, oh shit, it's going to be hard to get 30 names.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. These are looking like it's getting a little slim pickings for me personally, because they kind of giving off some names that like ain't nowhere near touched.
Well, let's speed run these last few.
That's what I was about to say. I'm gonna speed run them, and we can stop when we see an iconic name. But like Riley Robinson from Subnautica, come on now, absolutely not. Layla Ellison from Redfall, like first of all, we don't talk about Redfall.
Yeah, we got that game.
We don't talk about Redfall. While even though like Layla's design, like very dope design,
absolutely, yeah,
from a visual standpoint, but like that game's ass. Nobody plays. Like we're not gonna talk about Redfall. Franklin Clinton, I love. Go ahead, Groovy.
I'm gonna say this. If we going to re-rank this list, this dude might be a little higher than a lot of people think. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, with GTA 5, none of the main characters were like super like move me like that. But in context of this list, he might be a bit high. So I say that. I think that's a good one to put on there.
So here's what I gotta say about GTA 5 in regards to like black characters. When I think of black characters in GTA 5, I say Lamar over Franklin. Lamar is the dude played by God, I don't know the guy's name, but he was in the Adult Swim show Black Jesus.
I didn't even know that was an Adult Swim show.
Oh, you need to watch it. It's so good. But but Lamar is the dude. He's Franklin's friend, and he's most iconic from the scene that they turned into a meme where he's kind of like fussing around on the front porch, all that yee ass haircut.
Yeah. Okay. I do know.
Lamar is iconic. Franklin, I think, is really like in the game. He's almost like a blank slate. I don't think he really does anything or say anything that really like invokes emotion out of me. Like he ends up being the moral compass of the three playable characters. Like the two other guys that you can play as are objectively horrible people. And Franklin ends up being like compared to the other two, the objective good guy in the game. So I can appreciate that, and I can appreciate them making Franklin that. But in regards to like being iconic, which we haven't really discussed what the criteria is for making our list, but if we're talking about like black characters who are iconic, I don't know if it's Franklin.
I think if I'm, putting people, or ranking the two like GTA people, because for me that's what it comes down to. Is I don't know if I like just on a blacklist if I want two GTA like main characters or protagonists on it. And I'm putting CJ over Franklin if I have to make a choice without like a question.
Oh, that's easily. No, I would easy money.
But depending on the 10 though, like Grant said, like I could easily see a world where if we get to our last 10 and we're like questioning some of them, then I think CJ, or sorry, not CJ, I think Franklin easily climbs, to the top of that list. If we come down to it and the rest of the list isn't as strong as we want it to be.
Mr. Sandman cheating. Like so for people who don't know, Mike Tyson Punch-Out was the first iteration of Punch-Out. Nintendo eventually lost the rights to use the likeness of Mike Tyson in Punch-Out. So when they re-released Punch-Out, they had to sub him out for a generic-looking black person called Mr. Sandman. No. Nadine Ross from Uncharted. Cool design. British black person who's like the bad guy in the later Uncharted games. A little controversial because she's voiced by a white woman.
Oh no, she can't
Yeah.
be on this list.
No,
Yeah,
No
she can't be.
thanks.
She can't be on this list.
Sorry.
Sorry.
absolutely not. Nope.
Disqualifier.
Jade from Mortal Kombat. I like this one.
Debatable. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely debatable.
I like this one. I kinda would put her over Jax. I think.
Oh.
Like I think when it comes to people who have crossover appeal, I think Jade got that more than Jax.
Why? Because she look good?
Maybe.
I respect the honesty, brother. I respect the honesty.
When I'm at the cons, I don't see people cosplaying as Jax. I don't see people.
Well, that's because you gotta be ripped, bro,
That's true.
and make robot arms.
I can't even lie to you, man. Like, cause Sergio got a point, but at the same time, bro, Mortal Kombat got so many more iconic characters than Jax. I
Mhm.
kind of understand why people don't be dressing as that. Like, you
Yeah,
got
true.
Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Raiden, Liu Kang. What's the other dude? It's just so many that you can do.
Mm-hmm. Bayek of Siwa from Assassin's Creed Origins.
You know I don't play no Assassin's Creed games, so this is all you, champ.
So this dude was voiced by Abubakar Salim from Game of Thrones. He also went on to he also went on to make Tales of Gonzalez. Cool, definitely not iconic.
Dang.
Assassin's Creed Origins was the first. Let me pull off this Mortal Kombat because we're not even talking about Mortal Kombat anymore. But Assassin's Creed Origins, the game itself, it was pretty important because it kind of started that redesign of the Assassin's Creed series.
Mhm.
Origins changed the kind of gameplay design before we got Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So yeah, changed up the combat, changed up the kind of mechanics and stuff like that. So I can appreciate the game for that. I don't think if we're talking about best protagonist in Assassin's Creed, let alone best black characters of all time, nobody's bringing up Bayek.
Dang.
Sorry, buddy. Seer Jonda from a Jedi Fallen franchise, the Jedi series, the Souls-like Jedi stuff.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's, yeah.
I always tell people, bro.
Yeah.
The thing about, and this kind of little segue, but bro, the thing about Star Wars games, bro, in 2026, if we being, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I thought I got booted or something. But the thing about Star Wars game in 2026, bro, is that personally speaking, I do not love the format that they went with. I'm not saying those older games are just perfect, like the Force Unleashes and everything like that. But I will say this: Star Wars issue is that I feel like number one, these MCs and these characters do not compel me enough. Number two, Star Wars needs to lean more into being an action game than the Souls like esque combat. It's not bad, but I wish the combat system was a bit more less restrictive. The games are fun. Like I enjoy the games. Like I enjoy Fallen Order and everything like that. I don't think the games are bad. I do want a little bit more freedom isn't the right term. More like I want them to be more actiony instead of Souls likey.
I get what you're saying. And I guess they could do a better job of offering more than just the Jedi series in regards to like Star Wars stuff. And I think they're fixing that. In regards to the Seer specifically, I like Deborah Wilson's look. Like Deborah Wilson has a very specific look. And that itself makes Seer kind of iconic in that sense. But I do agree with you're saying, Grant, in regards that like no one character in the Jedi series does it for me. They're all kind of like blank slates.
Like and like man, that's a it's like you watching like basketball and like you got a team full of guys that like they all good, they all role play, they all productive, like they get wins, and then you got some guys on the other team. Like you got like if this person on your team, bro,
Mm-hmm.
y'all could go all the way type of stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars for me, I feel like they don't be tapping into like they're so attached to the whole Empire Rebel thing for me, and I feel like that's been worn down so much. Or I want them to either make new concepts or explore new concepts of some kind, because it feel like they just rehashing or just filling in holes from the same eras for you. It's this bigger than Fall Order, but yeah, Fall Order like, but yeah, I ain't putting her in the iconic conversation.
Well, they tried with Outlaws, it just sucked.
Yeah.
Moving on, we got Josh Stone from Resident Evil 5. I don't even remember who that is. So how do you have Resident Evil 5 and how do you name this Josh dude before the playable character?
What, Shiva?
Yes. Weird.
Yeah, Shiva not being on here is crazy. That's one of the pretty people out on my list.
Crazy. Lucio from Overwatch. I like that one.
Absolutely.
I like that pick.
Absolutely.
Lucio's dope. I was a Lucio kind of main.
I was seeing Lucio on here. I was surprised they didn't have Doomfist as well, but I'll take a Lucio. I'll
Like,
definitely take a Lucio.
yeah, if I'm on a team composition and I needed to do support, I pick Lucio.
Gotcha.
Cool dude, like this design. Very unique way to like blend a character who likes music into the actual gameplay. Thought it was dope. Tanya from Mortal Kombat. We're stretching. I like Tanya. Stretching.
Just not top tier.
We're
Just
stretching.
good mention, just not top tier. I agree.
Oh, I think that was the last person.
Yes.
So okay, we made it through OkayPlayer's 30. We need to take this 30. Oh, actually, who's missing from this list?
I'm so glad you said that, because there is a person that is knocking off half this damn list, and his name is Roland from Borderlands.
Ooh, that's a good pull. That's a good pull. I like that. So why do you?
I'm not a Borderlands guy, so I can't vouch. But
He was in the first? I think he was in the first game,
Mhm.
and then he comes back in the second game as the leader of the quote unquote the Crimson Guard, protectors of Sanctuary, and one of the forces that's going to fight off Handsome Jack. He was also one of the guys that was like mentoring the Vault Hunters in Borderlands 2, everything like that. I would think he would be more known than a lot of these names on here. Let me see who else I can put on here.
So
I have a few.
Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you start?
We can let me know if we're thinking not. First one I have Lincoln Clay from Mafia.
That's a good one. So yeah, I like Lincoln.
That's a good one.
I like Lincoln. I'm not saying he's definitely debatable, right? With our final list, if he could be in that top 10, but I feel like not having him, but just even with his story arc, how that story goes, not having him on there is kind of crazy to me.
All right, hold on. I want to write these down. I'm gonna put
we see the ones on the list.
Yeah, so we need to think about this. Honorable mentions: Roland, Borderlands, Lincoln. Is it Clay with a K or a C? Does it matter? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't remember. I guess. I was also thinking this one is more of a deep cut. And also somebody doesn't have like actual character, but I remember their design being so dope when I was a kid. Samson from Fusion Frenzy. That is such a deep
That's
cut.
a deep cut.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If y'all go back and look at his character design, Samson had that shit on, dog. Like he was so ahead of his time. And I think I think the only black character in that game, like I was always picking Samson easily. So that's a deep cut for people, but I really did thought that one was a big one. I had Matt from Wii Sports, Mr. Golden Gloves himself. I feel like
deep.
Mr. Golden Gloves himself knocked me out many times. I feel like he's another one that I wanted to give a shout out to. One that is not going to make our top 10, I know, but I just wanted to give a shout to because I thought the character was so dope for what we got that I wanted even more than what we got. Is Lucien from Expedition 33. I don't know if y'all remember, Lucien got smoked pretty quickly in that game.
Got smoked in like as somebody that just sent bro.
Immediately.
Got smoked. If that was one thing, personally speaking, if that's one thing that I would change, it's for 33. That's what
100% I agree. And that's why I thought his character was dope, is because I wanted more from him, right? When they took him, I was like, oh, come on, y'all. Like I really wanted, to see Lucien go on that journey with the rest of the crew. And then last but not least, two that I put in a combo, Chase and Prism from Dispatch. What's going on? That's crazy not to have. I mean, you know what? I do want to provide the caveat that this list that you found for OkayPlayer is February 20th. Yes, 2025. So if we were to update that, I'm sure Chase or Prism or Prism will be on this list for sure. So those are the ones that I just wanted to put in the air for people.
No coupe love.
Just coupe. When you think of black,
I understand.
Coupe. I want to. Want to do that? I want to.
Nope, I understand. I just want to hear you say
as a
it.
fellow light skin, I want to do that, man. You gonna maybe say something me to coupe.
Shout out to Hazel from South of Midnight.
Oh man,
yeah.
Oh, that is a good one.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a really good one.
South of Midnight's so good, and Hazel, like I can name like 5 people from South of Midnight that are really good black characters.
Yeah, that's true.
But Hazel specifically, like the actual design, the character design, really good, really accurate, very deep character, awesome character arc.
Voice acting performance is really good
acting,
too.
Man, that game was so good. I really wish it got more love from a lot of other people. But yeah,
was Barrett on the list?
No.
Was Barrett from Final?
Oh, that's tough.
Wild. There was no Barrett.
Also, because I'm looking through some, and somebody said Jacob from Mass Effect, if you've ever played it, but he's one of the. I think he's a major option that you can do for one of your
Yeah, that doesn't ring a bell.
Also somebody said Eddie from Tekken.
We said that too. We said that earlier in the show. That like
he said.
But I will put that Eddie Gordo.
Yeah.
Tekken.
Yeah. I think that's all that I have for the picks.
So let's go back really quick recap of this list and see which ones we want to take. We know we said Lee. Want to take Lee?
Yeah, let's put our start. We're gonna just start stealing names and then we'll order them later. Our top 10.
I'm gonna take the ones that we said that we felt like should be on our final list. So we said Lee, CJ
from GTA,
Miles Morales. We talked about Jax from Mortal Kombat. We talked about Big Clementine, not the little one.
Big Clementine specifically.
Big Clementine. We talked about Balrog. Leroy Smith.
Leroy.
Franklin.
Franklin.
We wanted to give some love to Jade from Mortal Kombat.
Jade from MK. Mm-hmm.
We gave love to Lucio from Overwatch.
Lucio, Overwatch.
And Lucio was the last.
All right, so that alone is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10 already.
Mm.
So are we happy with that 10, or do we want to take some people out and sub in some of our honorable mentions?
Oh man, it's gonna get to hot takes here in a second there because
I mean, hey, we gotta spice is the spice of spice, so we gotta spice it up. We gotta.
I feel like the easiest way to do this would probably be starting from the top down and go ahead and then the snubs we get easier to do from 1 to 10. But it
I was disposable.
I guess that's
Okay.
just what I would. That's just what I would do.
Yeah, so let's see what's disposable in the top 10 that we picked from the list,
Okay,
and then we can see what we choose to replace.
I put our top 10 so far in the chat. It kind of copied weird, but whatever. The first one I think again I want to poke. If we're playing Jenga, right,
Mhm.
and we're poking Jenga blocks to see which ones we can move without toppling the tower, I want to poke Franklin from GTA 5. I was thinking
the same.
Yeah, I think again, like I know GTA 5 is a really big game. I know Franklin, I give a shout out to Franklin for again being one of those characters that don't perpetuate black stereotypes, not being being the moral compass, being the good guy of the three playable characters. But Franklin really doesn't move me.
I will always go ahead and say that GTA 5 will always get, or people say, because I made a TikTok something about this, but somebody said, not somebody said, but GTA 5 to me is a good to great game, obviously. But I feel like people say most of his greatness is way more attributed to the fact that it has been able to be running for almost more than 2 decades. And that's the big thing. That's where I think that is a good crux of the critical acclaim from me comes from. I'm not saying that it's a bad game. I do think the game is great, but I do also think that it being a 13 years, because GTA 5 came out when I was a junior in high school. 13 years, that is very hard to do, especially to keep things running over and over and over and over. That might be one of the longest running online games that I've seen on a console. Personally, that's just me.
Now we're not fighting for GTA 5. We're fighting specifically for the character Frank. Like we're not.
I ain't fighting that war, man.
All right, bye.
I won't care about it that much.
On the same link though, champ. One that I was thinking along the same lines of Franklin for me, and I'm not the fighting game guy. Balrog, I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, no, I
feel like it's somebody that's not a fighting game fan. Some of the other black fighting game characters we have on here have transcended to me, and I feel like Balrog does too. But I feel like I'm a special case because I have played some Street Fighter games. I feel like people that have it like don't touch those. I feel like Balrog, they're not gonna know before a Jax or a Jade. And like I said, I don't play fighting games like that, so I don't.
If somebody plays fighting games, I definitely agree. Yeah,
Balrog's going.
A needle mover for me.
Gotcha.
On that same note.
Uh-oh.
On that same note, how do we feel? I want to test the waters. How are we all feel about Jax?
See, that's
I'm getting rid of Jay before Jax. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay. No, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Yeah.
Jax, if we're talking the Mortal Kombat series, he's definitely the most known black character.
He's the black character for sure.
Been there since two.
Talking about the grand scheme, yes. If we talking about the grand scheme of the list, if you took him out, I wouldn't raise hell, but I would be like, don't know about that.
He can
For sure.
live. He can live for now, and we'll come back to it. I did take Jade off. So right now, in regards to people that we have in consideration for the top 10, we have Lee from Walking Dead, CJ from GTA San Andreas, Miles Morales from Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2, Jax from Mortal Kombat, Clementine from Walking Dead, Leroy from Tekken, and Lucio from Overwatch.
So that's 7.
That
So
is
now
7.
we can go through our honorable mention list.
That's
See
true.
what 3.
I would say Barrett would need to be put in the top 10.
All right, I'm gonna give you.
We talking about top 10 from OkayPlayer before you talking about the honorable from.
Nope. Now we're talking about our honorable mentions. I'll put those in the chat now for you too. But you said Barrett from Final Fantasy VII. I do agree. Oh, y'all see the rundown, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna do this.
I appreciate it though.
I do want to agree with you. Like Final Fantasy, one of the biggest gaming franchises of all time, right? One of the most iconic gaming franchises of all time. And Barrett is 1 for 1. Like you can't think of Final Fantasy VII without thinking about Barrett. Like it's Cloud, maybe Tifa, and then it's Barrett, right? My only problem is, and this was fixed when the remakes came out, but that original Barrett writing was kind of crazy.
Oh
Feel
no.
like
I would, yeah, and to add on to that, outside of the writing, I think the big thing is that the actual voice acting and just seeing these characters come to life with these 3D models and everything like that, that has done a lot for everybody's character. Definitely Barrett, because Barrett be talking. Barrett be talking a lot in the remakes and stuff. So I get where you're coming from with that. So I understand that.
But I do understand in regards to like if one of our criteria is like iconic, like we're talking about video games, these are the 10 people that you are thinking of without a second thought. Barrett's up there. Barrett is up there. So I moved them to our top 10. I don't see where it goes.
I'll give some eliminations of people that I propose that I just don't think are gonna make the cut for our final 2. I will get rid of Lincoln Clay. While I love, the story arc of that game, I think, in the grand scheme, I was making a top 10. I just don't think it'll make the cut. But shout out to my dog Lincoln. And then I would also take away probably to me Chase. I would take away Chase from Dispatch probably before Prism.
Okay.
Prism has one of my favorite lines in the entire game, and I can't get over it to this day. I just can't. Yeah, I can't in good faith get rid of her before I get rid of Chase. Now, the rest is a discussion. One that I want to advocate for is Hazel from South of Midnight. I think Hazel, to me, I'm so glad you mentioned her. I think that's easily a character I would consider upper echelon of black characters now. But that I could honestly, any of these last 5, I'm okay with. I'm definitely interested for the last conversation. We got to pick 2. We got 2 left.
Grants, what's your experience with South of Midnight?
I have a list of games that, since I just beat Expedition 33 and Vital White, Pete versus Inman, but I just beat that, so I've been looking for a game to get into. Part of me wants to pick up South of Midnight next. Part of me wants to pick up the new game that just dropped, Romeo.
Romeo's a Dead Man.
Yes, because like I ain't seen an action game that really tickle my peach until I seen that one. I also want to Neo 3 I want to get, but I'm not sure how much time I'm gonna put into it. So I want something that I kind of really gonna have a lot of fun with. So I'm probably gonna play Romeo's Dead tonight. Also, the new Mugenics game has been getting a lot of crazy press. If you don't know what that is, if you ever heard of the Binding of Isaac, I think similar dev team worked on that.
It's the same dude. It's a single
Yeah.
dev.
But I'm ready to dive inside the South of Midnight, and I've heard a lot of people say, in addition to the storyline, the combat is very fun. So I definitely want to try that out.
So I highly recommend it if you are a fan of like the old school early 2000s platformers like the Prince of Persia Sands of Times, the Voodoo Vinces, uh games that play kind of similar to that. South of Midnight almost feels like it's one to one inspired by those games. From a gameplay aspect.
Yeah.
But from a black representation uh side, like I really do think the story is one of the greatest
Especially
examples
being
of it.
from the South, you greatly
Yes.
appreciate it. Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
something that like is very rare in games is that there are very few games that display Black people in ways that aren't minstrelly,
Mhm.
but also aren't just side characters either, or like a supporting character. Like we usually see some people are the Black character is some sort of comic relief or some sort of support that kind of is more like supposed to be relieving or just shucking and jiving, everything like that. We see very few stories where a Black person is able to be given range, et cetera, et cetera. So that's one of the things that I've heard a lot about South of Midnight. Like this is like the story is very well written. So I'm excited to try it.
One person that we didn't mention, and I don't want to keep throwing monkey wrenches into our plans because I know we're running over already, and we kind of need to nail this down. Saga Anderson from Alan Wake 2. How do we feel?
Oh man. I don't
That's
know if I put
crazy.
Saga in the top 10, but that's a crazy miss to not have
Yeah.
just on the OkayPlayer list in general.
Yeah.
I think if we get more Saga story, I think in another iteration of Alan Wake, I think I'm with you. I think she could easily crack the top 10 after, but strong showing for a debut. I really like the actress as well that plays
Yeah.
her. Yeah, I definitely think give her another game. I think we're there for sure.
Yeah, I think that's a one that I don't think she makes our 10, but we will be remiss to do
Not
this
to mention,
episode
absolutely.
exactly and not to bring that name up. Like,
Hey,
Saga
Black Cop.
God damn it.
I told you. I told you. Told you, man.
And it's crazy. What we got right now, we have 9 on our list. We need to add more. So I'm torn, right? We got 4 names, and a lot of them for different reasons I want to add them. Like,
You know where my heart is. You already know.
Prism is like this will bring our list up to date. This match is really good. Symbolizes like the return of the like Telltale style narrative games. Prism is one of the most memorable characters from that game, and I kind of want to fight for that aspect. But another part of me is like Eddie Gordo is like the black fighting game character.
I would argue that I would put him on I would put him over Jax.
Yeah, and that's right. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we had to pick one fighting game character,
Is Eddie.
it's Eddie over Jax.
Really? Okay.
I think so too.
That little it's iconic now. Like, you know what I mean? Like I respect it.
Like,
Oof. I'm with that. I just, man, I really, part of my heart, I really want to root for Samson, man. I feel like that fit, y'all. He was ahead of his time, man. Samson was that guy, man. But no, I definitely, I agree with you. I think Eddie, just in terms of just impact alone, especially if y'all are telling me, as more people that are probably more well versed in the fighting games than me, telling me that you would take him over Jax, then I think that's saying something. So I'm definitely down to put Eddie as that last one.
so if we're removing Jax and putting Eddie, we still need one more.
Oh, I didn't know we were removing. Are we removing?
Are we removing Jax? I'll put it back.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If you're keeping if you're keeping Eddie, and if I had to pick between Roland and Jax, I'm picking Jax.
Okay.
I think A and Jax is probably the best decision that you need to roll.
Okay. So that
So
right now,
Jack's our 10.
Prism, Samson, and Roland would go if we keep this 10. So if you want to put Samson, we got to get rid of somebody.
Nah, that's all good, man. That's just people gonna appreciate that we gave Samson a look.
I think that's a good shout out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the people gonna be like, oh man, I forgot about that one.
All right. So right now we have our 10. We just need to put it in order. So for those of you that are listening, right now our 10 is Jax from Mortal Kombat, Eddie Gordo from Tekken, Hazel from South of Midnight, Barrett from Final Fantasy VII, Lucio from Overwatch, Leroy from Tekken, Clementine from The Walking Dead, Miles Morales from Spider-Man, CJ from GTA San Andreas, and Lee from The Walking Dead. So right now, out of those 10, who is our number one?
I think.
Oh, you want to start from number 1?
I think that's like, I think that's the one we can all agree on. I think.
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah.
Are you think so?
I don't know.
I think it's if we're doing number one, I think it's easy. I want to say it's comfortably CJ. CJ is more iconic than the GTA 4 characters and GTA 5 characters combined. The dialogue, the missions you remember, don't run over, don't. All you had to do was follow the damn train, CJ. all that stuff. San Andreas was probably the first GTA pretty much everybody played. It is easily CJ for me.
So we talked about that earlier when we were talking about how iconic San Andreas was, all the memes that are still being circulated, and all the references.
Here we go again.
Oh shit! Here we go again. So I mean, it's a good argument. How you feeling, Coach?
I mean, like you said, Groovy makes a good argument just in terms of the iconicness of CJ and just that game in general. I feel like if for me, I'm going past just what's iconic at this point, it is who I think is the best written from a Black perspective. And you really got on my head with this Hazel pick. Like I think Hazel's writing is so good. There's a portion at the beginning of that game where her and her mother are talking before everything starts to go down. And I just remember listening to that conversation and being like, man, like as somebody that had a Black grandmother, right, and spent so much time growing up in Mississippi, like this is so real. Like it feels so real of a conversation that would happen. And so it's a tough thing because I agree with Groovy that we can't ignore how iconic CJ is as a character and how much he means to what Black characters are in video games. But on the other side of it, I'm like, how far we've come in Black character writing that we have a character like Hazel is really what I'm juggling with right now, I think.
So let's come into agreement of like, I think this will be easier for us to discuss if we know for legit, like what's more important. And when we're talking about iconic Black characters in video games, is it bucking stereotypes? Is it being iconic? Or, is it being memorable? Is it the game being good?
I think it's being memorable before anything. And you can be memorable in like multiple different ways. Like CJ, he has a lot of comedic value, he has a lot of nostalgia value, and sentimental value because he was one of the first video game characters for a lot of people, but definitely one of the most known for like our introduction to GTA as a series. That's not to say that there can be better written characters, everything like that. But if we're talking about iconic, it's such a mix of multiple things that includes being a cultural phenomenon, and I'm valuing that first for that. So I have to. I think CJ is a lot number one for me.
Champ, how you feeling?
I like Hazel being like high on the list. I do agree. Very well written.
Mhm.
Game is really good. She's checking a lot of boxes. But if I'm like in my mind, if I'm showing this list to somebody else who's like not into games
Mm.
and like I think CJ is like the bigger blockbuster name over Hazel. I want Hazel like if we can put Hazel at 2 and CJ at 1, I think I like that.
But see, okay, so then my thing then is okay, where are we putting Clementine and Lee? This is why I said we need to start. This is why I said we need to start at the bottom. We need to start at 10.
Okay.
Because Lee and Clementine is also a conversation.
And Miles is a conversation too.
True, true. So 10, okay, 10 to me, I'm thinking it seemed like we were really having a fight for Jax to put Jax on this list.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
I like Jackson 10.
I'm putting Eddie over Jax. So wherever you want to do that, as long as Eddie's ahead of him.
Okay.
okay.
I like
So
Jax at 10.
I'm fine with Jax at 10.
Okay. Who's 9?
Who is not?
I think
y'all gonna have to. I have no context for Barrett. I want to point out, so y'all are gonna have to place Barrett here.
The thing about Barrett is that as much as I do think he's iconic, most of his iconicism comes from recent games and remakes because of the dialogue and the 3D models and just Final Fantasy coming to life and everything like that. I'm not saying he wasn't iconic before, but I'm definitely saying a lot of his iconicism comes from way more lenient towards now. That being said, if it is between Barrett and Eddie, I want to pick Eddie so bad. I really do. Because the dance moves and everything like that. I'm just trying to like fit the puzzle pieces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
that dance is iconic. I feel like Eddie transcends to more black gamers than Barrett does. And I'm not saying that has to be our only metric, right? 100%, because we're thinking about a lot of different things here. But I think Eddie, like for a whole generation of just gaming fans in general, again, is somebody that doesn't play fighting games. I know when Eddie started doing this, when somebody picked that character, it's up like every time. And yeah, I just think he transcends like just even the fighting game community. I think that speaks a lot to Eddie's character.
I'm proposing Lucio for 9.
Oh, you're wilding a little bit.
I think for the names that we have left, I'm not saying. So let me make something clear. Like these 10 people that we have here, these are 10. This is the best of the best.
Okay.
This is the best of the best. So being at the bottom of this list is not like I'm not saying that your ass.
Bam.
For sure. But look, but I'm saying we talking game characters. I'm putting Lucio over Miles.
Whoa!
I said game. I said game. I said game. I said game characters.
That's why I don't like Miles on this list because it's so unfair. Because if you're grading him within the vacuum of, it's very hard to grade him simply within the vacuum of the Spider-Man games instead of him as in his entire totality. Because Miles did not get crazy motion until Spider-Verse came out. And they said, okay, we getting him a game. And then after we got him a game, he in another Spider-Verse film. And then he in Spider-Man 3. Like, Spider-Man 3, it's Spider-Man 2. Like, so much of Miles' iconicism, he has. I'm not gonna act like he has iconic moments. Like he did one of the biggest things, Spider-Man 2, and literally ripped the symbiote off of Peter. It was really, and low key, if we being real, he was doing some carrying in terms of whooping people in order to save everybody, in order to save Peter. He was doing some carrying that second game. Let's be real. But with that being said, he has iconic moments inside the game. If you take all of that and all of his mediums and everything like that, the movies and everything like that, he is number 2. If you subtract that, I don't know how far he is up on this list. I do think he's on the list, but I don't know if he is in that top 5.
Which I
But that's
do.
what I'm saying. I think if I'm just taking the games, right? To me, I think I have to put Lucio over him. We got to think about how long Overwatch has been out now for what, over a decade. Like we're hitting a decade with Overwatch, and Lucio has been a character that has stayed the test of time as like a black figure within that game.
Okay, so here's the thing. If we're gonna put Lucio over Miles, I think I would put Miles. I'm not putting Miles over Clementine at all.
No,
Okay.
absolutely.
I think you can something I kind of want to argue Miles over Lee.
Oh no.
Okay, so wait.
No.
So I don't even think.
Oh, you
I
know,
don't
I
even
say
think
Lee over
Clementine is
Clem.
over Lee.
Oh,
I think Lee is over Clem.
you crazy. Clementine is in the story longer.
And
That's what I'm saying. Like I would put Clementine at the top. I'm putting Clementine over Miles and Lee in a lot of this list.
Okay,
But
I want to make
if
sure I
you
bring
have
the
Miles over,
conversation.
if you have Miles over Lucy, if you have Lucio over Miles, where to bounce off of you, where are you putting Miles? Are we putting him at 9?
I put him at 9.
Right, that's what I was going to bring it back to. So are we? I don't think we put Miles in 9 because I still think he's more iconic. Again, not fighting a person. I don't know if I can put Eddie Gordo over. Actually, maybe I can if we're copying games.
Because it's you're fighting simply within the video game media, and that's why Miles should have been put on here in the first place.
The only one I'm questioning, y'all, is Barrett. Like again, I'm fine with Miles and 9 looking at this, but I don't have context for Barrett.
I can't lie to you. I think Miles, even Barrett, respect to Barrett, I think Miles' video game motion is a little bit bigger because of the fact when you think about it, in the first Miles Morales game, they said, you know what, Miles, I'm gonna earn my stripes and fight with the Tinkerer. Ended up beating her, whatever, like that. That was her friend that moved needles. Got a second game. Let's talk about what Miles did. He whooped Venom. He beat Venom on his own, and he was much younger. He was less in the game than Peter. If we're being real, he ripped the symbiote off of Peter. He conquered his demons with Mr. Native and said, you know what? I'm gonna be a big boy hero. All that time, but Peter was tripping off the symbiote suit. Miles put the team on his back. Now Barrett cool. I like him, but if we talking the party, if we talking Final Fantasy, where he, I don't know where he ranks amongst his peers, even in the game.
So, Grant, you made a good point that Barrett, a lot of the fan love for Barrett came from the remakes. Like the remakes did a really good job of building that character, going real deep into his backstory and stuff like that, versus the original Final Fantasy VII, where he really was almost like a comedy relief.
Of course,
That's kind of my thing. It's just like I think Miles, if we talk in motion, which if we talk about iconic characters and people played in characters having motion, I think video game Miles got more motion than Barrett.
So right now, I put Barrett at 9.
Okay.
And I got Miles at 8.
Anybody else that we're putting under Miles? Then my vote, I would put. I think I'm putting Leroy under Miles. I rock with Leroy, right? Design wise, I think I'll put Leroy under Miles.
Yeah. Like I said, outside of his aesthetic, I have no dog in that fight.
Right, the same. You know what I mean? I just think he looks dope. I think making it that high on our list off of look alone is crazy. Like you know what I mean? Like that's saying something.
He got that drip. So all right, I put Leroy 8. So right now, from 10, 9, and 8, we got 10 Jax from Mortal Kombat, 9 Barrett from Final Fantasy VII, 8 Leroy from Tekken. So now Miles is at 7. So right now it seems like we're just judging the whole list on where we're putting Miles.
Miles, it's a good stepping block.
Wait. Hold on. Okay. I don't know if I'm putting Leroy over Eddie off the fact that I think Leroy, if I remember correctly, Leroy was not in the base game.
Right.
Eddie
I don't think
was
so
in
either.
the base games.
Mhm. Well, I mean, Eddie.
Wow.
Eddie's still over Leroy right now.
Yeah,
What you say?
Eddie is still over Leroy.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
So what's the ranking from the bottom?
10 Jax, 9 Barrett, 8 Leroy, 7 Miles.
Now, right now, Eddie is at 6.
Right now, Eddie is at
move that
6.
around.
Okay.
I think Hazel should come down.
Okay.
I would probably put Eddie Gordo and Lucio over Hazel.
So that means that we'll put Hazel at 5. That's 6, I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
Which I'm not mad at.
No, I think that's a great spot for Hazel.
I'm not mad at. So 10 Jax, 9 Barrett, 8 Leroy, 7 Miles, 6 Hazel,
Mm-hmm.
5 Eddie Gordo. So are we happy with Eddie under Lucio? So, I mean, hear me out. Like, I like Lucio. I like his design. I like his gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way they tied his character and his backstory into how he plays. Even if we're talking about like iconic Overwatch characters, is he high?
Yes.
I like
They have
Lucio.
a whole mode made after him. Lucio Ball. Come on, man. Stop playing with Lucio. You disrespected Lucio for real, dog.
I'm just
I hope the Overwatch community finds these videos and they come after you because you
just
talking crazy on Lucio.
I'm just poking. I'm just like
And look, I'm not enough of an Overwatch fan to like down his hill. I think Eddie is like, if y'all say Eddie Gordo is going to be over Lucio, I think that's a perfectly valid, right? Especially if we're talking again iconic Black characters and characters that mean a lot to the Black community. I think that's reasonable.
Tekken got too much. To me, Tekken got too much cultural currency.
Absolutely,
in Overwatch.
Absolutely. Yep. That's why, like I said, I don't mind moving Lucio down at all in that case. For Eddie,
I'm just thinking because also we got to think about like who's the target audience for this list, right? If we're talking about like people who are like in the know in regards to gaming, I think there's an argument for putting Lucio over Eddie.
For
But if we're talking about like importance in like the Black community, period, like when I went over somebody's house and they had Tekken on, people who didn't know what the hell they were talking about was like, I'm picking Eddie.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was just like people who don't know anything about games know who Eddie Gordo is. And I think that's
now this top 3 is about to be a battle.
Right. So we're happy with Eddie at 4, right?
Yeah. I like that.
So right now our top 3, and then we didn't agree with the
Wait, no, maybe not, because wait. Groovy, you said there's one of these 3, you said you would want Eddie over. Clem, or no, one of the 2. Lee and Clementine. Which one did you say you put Eddie over?
When we talking Lee, that's the one that's what I'm kind of twisting about. I don't think the thing about Clementine is like we got so much story lore that I feel like it would be unfair. Eddie is just you talking about fighting games and you battling with aura currency. But with Clementine does some fucking moments, dude. Like some moments. But the lead thing is the one thing I'm the most curious about. But because he at the beginning of the game. But that's kind of the most confusing thing for me. So if this is one of those scenarios where if you wanted to put one over the other, I wouldn't be too mad. But I will say this: Clementine is above Lee for me.
I would agree with you on the last part for sure. I think just based off sheer, I think they're even for me in terms of character impact. But I think when you add on the fact that we spent so much more time with Clementine and I managed to still care about her throughout that entire journey, right? Whereas Lee, we only get that one game with them, right? But what I do love about Lee, though, is that even within that one game, like our investment in Lee is what makes that ending so impactful, right? And so damaging emotionally, right? To get to that ending. And so I think just based on the fact that Clementine is longer, I would put her over. But I just want to make sure we're cool. So Eddie Gordo at 4 is fine. So we're not moving Eddie over Lee.
Yeah, that's Kyle.
Okay, bet. So now, Champ, it's really up to you. Is it Lee or is it Clem?
So I respect the argument of Clem over Lee.
Mm-hmm.
I just think for me, I understand Clem, we played with her longer. I don't think any other moment that Clem was involved in had the impact of the moments that we had with Lee in season 1. Like the moment that we find out that Lee was spoilers for Walking Dead season 1. You know, this 20-year-old game that I hope you
Stop
play
doing
at
that,
this
man.
point.
Come on. New gamers, we love you. Jeez, man.
Season 1, if like Lee getting bit and that discovery of Lee getting bit, that moment where like he has to kill that dude, I forget his name, but like he had to drop that salt block on dude head, the him Clem having to kill him or deciding not to at the end of the season 1, like those are moments that made the Walking Dead game. And I don't think there were moments with that same amount of weight in any of those other seasons.
I think you're lucky I haven't played those in a while because I probably could hit you with some. You're lucky I have not played those other seasons in a while.
The one memorable moment from the other seasons honestly doesn't even involve Clem for me. It was the point, it was final season where CJ had to murk what's her face.
Oh, yes.
That was like that was
was great.
iconic to me.
That was great.
But outside of that, those iconic moments when I'm thinking of the Walking Dead, the games, the Telltale games, they all involve Lee.
So well, I voted, buddy. Clem is going higher.
You just let me have that.
Yeah.
Fair. I'm a man. I'm a fan of democracy.
Great argument, though.
Lee
Great
is at 3. So right now we got to decide. Is Clem 2 and CJ 1?
I can't argue y'all down off CJ, man.
I can't. CJ just from memes to dialogue to being funny to just being probably just too much motion to deal with.
Okay. No, I like that. I think Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Again, we're talking about the character, not the game, but it's hard to separate CJ from San Andreas. And San Andreas is like the game when it comes to like games that are important to the Black community. It's San Andreas. And when it comes to, because of that, inherently CJ is the most iconic person in the community. So I'm happy with CJ being 1. So I think we got it. Are there any final objections?
Nope. I just want to say again, shout out to my man Samson. Ahead of your time.
Samson, sorry. Sorry, Sam.
That was Samson do from
Fusion Frenzy.
Fusion Frenzy.
Okay, guys.
Yeah. So our top 10 list of most iconic Black video game characters in history. 10, Jax from Mortal Kombat. 9, Barrett from Final Fantasy VII. 8, Leroy from Tekken. 7, Miles Morales from Spider-Man Miles Morales. 6, Hazel from South of Midnight. 5, Lucio from Overwatch. 4, Eddie Gordo from Tekken. 3, Lee from Walking Dead. 2, Clementine from Walking Dead. And number 1, the most iconic Black character in video games of all time, CJ from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Oh, shit.
We did it.
Beautiful. That's a good list, man. It's a really good list. I think we hit We hit some really good spots across the space. I'm happy with 2 out of 3 of us not being fighting game people. We had some fighting game representation on here. And even if we go back to our honorable mention list, I think we hit some really good tip of the hat picks. You know what I mean? So I'm very proud of this list.
That's how you make a list, OkayPlayer. That's how you do it. Teaching y'all
no smoke with OkayPlayer.
I'm sorry, Questlove. Groovy, you got anything you want to promote? You want to tell them where they can find you?
Shout out to Posse. Follow us on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, all that good stuff. And of course, follow these good guys here. Shout out to Game and Clique. Thank you guys for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Always welcome. Always welcome. Got to keep in mind the time zone, though.
What are you saying?
You made a time zone joke.
Oh, I was like, bro, because I looked at the Instagram mess on the post page. I was like, damn, that shit I forgot about that.
Thank y'all for watching, or thank y'all for listening. You can find us anywhere, any social media platform that you have, whether that be Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, Threads, Twitch. You can find us at Real Game Clique on those social media platforms. If you're watching this and not listening to this, you can find us on your favorite podcast platform, whether that be Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Search for Game Clique. We're the ones with the blue icon. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss any episodes, and leave us a review, good or bad. It helps. If you're listening to this and not watching this, you can find us on YouTube, youtube.com/@RealGameClique. Hit subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss any of our podcast clips and IRL content. As always, get good, be good, stay good, y'all. We're out.
Game Clique.